Hello and welcome, and as always, there is a link in the description box, a link in which you can click on it. Okay, the joke's getting old. It's Wolcen Lords of Mayhem 1.0.5.0 is now live. I almost said on all platforms, but it's only on Steam as far as I know. So, hello everyone. We've worked on a lot of bug fixing this week, but there is one we would like to talk about specifically before you read the patch notes. We know that you appreciate the possibility to change unique items into legendary items, and to craft them. However, we have to remove these possibilities for the moment. We are definitely not against implementing it as a feature in the future. We find the possibilities that it offers interesting, but we want to spend time in designing it so the system works and is properly integrated with the rest of the game. We also implement a new power tier of uniques for the endgame progression with better raw values in a future patch. And we are aware that aside from a few exceptions, uniques are currently not competitive for high-end content. Thank you for your support and for your feedback. Now let's get right into it. Character, incorrect gold values, and primordial affinity resulting from bug exploits have been restored to a normal value. Fixed an exploit allowing players to stack temporary productivity bonuses. It is now impossible to put a unique item into a transmutation forge or dark market item upgrade projects. Unique items that have been transformed this way prior to the update have been reset. So if you already had a pending project with a unique item in it, you will receive a legendary item, but it will be updated after you reconnect in the game. Fixed issues happening when quickly switching from online to offline. Fixed one issue causing unlocked cosmetics to reset. We found another one, so a reset can unfortunately still happen, but it will be much less frequent. We're working on a fix. Removed the ability to unstack items from the trade window. Fixed a bug leading the player to turn very slowly after leaving a secondary dungeon. Fixed a force shield network synchronization and several related bugs, or where explosive barrels appear to pass through the force shield, or with globes appearing to give too much force shield when picked up, or with primordial essence network synchronization when using the parallel convergence skill from the aspect of infinity, or a bug preventing players from interacting with the personal stash directly after talking to a merchant, or fixed an issue causing inconsistent display of force shield value in character sheet detail panel when equipping and unequipping items and gems. Fixed an issue preventing the stacked number of items placed in the trade window to display correctly. Removed unused cosmetic slots displayed in several game resolutions. Network. Don't even get me started. The moonwalking, Michael Jackson, blinking, twitching characters that would join my online games were pretty amusing. Fixed several issues with matchmaking. Fixed a bug leading to an infinite black screen when joining a game in Champion of Stormfall mode. Must have been a really strong storm. I know, I had to. User experience. Fixed an issue preventing the vignetting setting to be saved when exiting the game. Fixed an issue preventing the Gilded Extravagance achievement to work. Quests. Fixed an issue preventing players to access the monolith during Act 3 quest Fury's Ascent. Active skills. Fixed an issue causing players to get stuck in a charging skill when deselecting modifiers while using the skill. The minor critical damage modifiers for spells have been reduced from 30% down to 25%. The medium critical damage modifiers for spells have been reduced from 40 to 35%. Juggernaut. Fixed an issue causing players to get stunned by their own Juggernaut when using the Simulacra and the Strike Rebound modifiers. We'll talk about a real rebound, because that rebound didn't smack you in the forehead. I don't know. Sovereign Shout. Fixed an issue preventing players to apply weakness stacks when using the Dawnbreaker modifier. Winter's Grasp now doesn't gain cooldown reduction per level. The Bulwark of Dawn. Sacred Grounds now only tick 2 times per second instead of 3. Flight of Gavenier, whatever. Fixed an issue that causes the critical chance from block chance of Standing Boulder to be way higher than expected. Bleeding Edge. Unstoppable Momentum. for 3 of them here. We've increased the damage reduction from minus 100 to minus 150, fixed the damage gain per level from 1 to 0, and now also adds a 10-second cooldown to the skill. And for the same skill, Bleeding Edge, but the Despotic Perseverance, reduced the damage multiplier per ailment stack from 20% down to 2%. Bleeding Edge, Self-Adjusting Principle, reduced the projectile speed multiplier from 1.75 to 1.3 point blank. Summoning skills. Damage curve for summons. The damage of the summons is greatly increased in the first 15 levels up to 100%. Increased summons damage during the first 40 levels by around 20%. Summons damage from level 40 to level 90 are also increased from 20% plus... Sorry, let me read that again, I'm sorry. Summons damage from level 40 to level 90 are also increased from plus 20% to plus 200%. Sorry, I had to reread that. Health curve for summons. Increase the health pool of the summons from level 1 to 55. From plus 500% to 0%. Reduce the health pool of summons from level 55 to 90. From 0% to minus 75%. Summons AI. Summons should now move faster and stay ahead of their summoner when traveling. Summons now engage targets from further. Melee summons attack shape has been improved. They now hit a larger area. Skills. Livor Mortis. The Immortal Maw's base health multiplier is reduced by 30%. Feeding Swarm. The base health multiplier for the summons has been increased by 50%. Hunting Swarm. The base health multiplier for the summons has been increased by 100%. Parasite. Increased base bonus damage to possessed monsters from 100 to 300%. The base damage, right? Parasite possessed monsters now have a bonus of 50% attack and cast speed. Parasite possessed monsters now have a bonus of 100% movement speed. Parasite on Shoulders of Giants modifier now increases the minion's health by 40% and the minion's damage by 33%. Fixed a bug where possessed monsters didn't have the base bonus applied by Parasite. Gate of Fates. Arms Master, Virtuo Stance, and Probing Weakness stances now give minus 25% to all resistance score instead of 0. I was getting thirsty. The critical damage bonus has been reduced on many nodes, from 20% to 15%, from 14% to 10%, and from 10% to 5%. Futile Endeavor now increases block efficiency from 14% to 20%. Merciless Lethality, critical damage modifier, is reduced from 100% to 60%. Fixed an issue causing the Toxic Emanations passive node to stop working after teleporting. Fixed an issue with the Faith Leech passive node computation. Fixed an issue causing the game to restore your Gate of Fates configuration after paying for a reset and quitting the game instantly. Fixed an issue with the computation of the Primordial Insights passive node. Fixed an issue with the computation of the Academic Fieldwork passive node. Fixed an issue with the computation of Captured Velocity passive node. Fixed an issue with the computation of the Eagerness passive node. Fixed bonus computation issue when using the Virtuo Stance passive node. Fixed an issue preventing the Slipping Shadow passive node to work as intended. Fixed damage computation bug when using the Which Time Cannot Heal passive node. And fixed stat display issue when removing Helmet if using the Salvatore Anchor passive node. Monsters. My goodness, how long are these patch notes? Noxious Swarm Wings have been temporarily replaced by other creatures while we work on their hitbox issue. Aha! That hitbox! That's like my number one issue with the game. Sorry, I had to rant there and rage for a moment. Oh yeah, where was I? Wealth Omens now give 1 stack of gold per hit instead of 3. Pacified Brothers, Pacified Hierophants, Risen Brothers, Risen Hierophants are now correctly affected by the pull effects such as Tracker's Reach. Chapter 3 Boss. We've reduced the range of the Lightning Ball by 20%, reduced the range of the orbs by 15%, increased the visibility of the visual effect warning about the activation of an orb. Chapter 1 Boss Leap Speed has been reduced. Also improved the leap indicator. It is now more visible and more accurate. Fixed an issue causing the Chapter 3 final boss to stay invulnerable and freeze when he should die. Endgame. Reduced the productivity multiplier from expedition levels by 50%. It is now impossible to try to increase the quality of an item. That quality is already maxed out. Reduced primordial affinity prices for Uber Bosses projects at the dark market from 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, oh wow, to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Okay. I haven't been there yet, so that kind of confused me. Fixed an issue causing loot level to be lower than expected during expeditions. Fixed a bug causing the productivity multiplier to be ignored when finishing an endgame expedition. Fixed a bug preventing the productivity gain summary to refresh between endgame expeditions. Removed the possibility to send stacks of items to endgame projects requiring items to complete. Items. Holy cow, are we almost done? I just want to play the game. Fixed an issue in the way the Genesis Helmet skill casting effect was computed. Skills launched by this item cannot proc the effect themselves anymore. Fixed specific tiers of helmet and boots that were able to have 2 sockets. Fixed some low tier of magic effects on armor being able to drop on chests at a higher level where they shouldn't. Fixed a bug with block efficiency making it unable to roll on shields after level 90. Tier 1 to 12 modifiers for accessories now have a critical damage value of 5 to 6 to 19 to 20, instead of 5 to 10 to 25 to 30. Tier 1 to 12 modifiers for gems now have a critical damage value for attacks and spells of 9 to 9 to 20 to 20, instead of 14 to 14 to 25 to 25. Tier 1 to 12 modifiers for gems now have a global critical damage value of 4 to 4 to 15 to 15, instead of 9 to 9 to 20 to 20. Audio. Fixed inventory equip weapon sound. Fixed music stopping after certain cutscenes. Pacified human enemy voices. These are all the fixed. Aurora Knight's Sacred Orb attack playing twice. Missing Offering Shine interaction sound. Or the Tormentor's big attack sound and his lost voice. He had a bad cold. See what I tried to do there for a second? That was me trying to be funny. Work with me here. Fixed missing Udice Convert Corrupted Guardian Energy Beam and Explosion sound. Added a missing Unlocked Die sound. There's your sound. Fixed an issue with unique item drop sound sometimes not playing. Improved Slayer's Flurry sound. Improved Skill Learn sound. Improved gameplay ingredient artillery explosion with debris detail. Mixing improvements for item drops and level ups. Optimized positional sounds remaining active after having left a location. Restored ambient sound to some areas where it failed to start. Replaced Sinadrahel's voice. Localization. Added Korean localization. Updated all these localizations. So English, German, Polish, Russian, simplified Chinese. And I've always said this before, there is nothing simple about the Chinese language. Ni hao! Portuguese, Brazilian, French, Spanish. Don't ask what that was. So as always, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And I'll make sure tomorrow, when you wake up, you forget how to speak English. And you now speak Chinese. The complex version is so complex, even the Chinese people won't understand you. There's going to be nothing simple about it. All your friends, your family, they're going to be like, what? Don't ask what that was. Don't even ask. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever it is you identify as. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.